Arts Commission as part of the London 2012 Olympic Games has been announced.
There are 5 names on that shortlist, and one of them will get £500,000 to bring their idea to life here in the East. Sean Peel has been looking at their big ideas.
Let's get one thing straight. We are not getting an Angel of the North or anything like it. So what will we get for our £500,000? Artists were asked by the Arts Council and London 2012 to use the East as a blank canvas. 115 applications became 5. Beehives, a proposal by Wiseling Arts Centre in Cambridgeshire to stop the decline of the honeybee by using artists to set up and care for their own beehives. Oh, what about this? Composer Cheryl Frances Hode is going to create a song cycle. People will write poems about the East, send them to her, she'll turn them into music, and the whole collection will be performed in venues right across the East by the Prince Consort Ensemble.
What we're hoping to do is really involve everybody in the region, so people can have a real identity, people can have a real sense of ownership of what we've written. It really will be inspired by their ideas for them.
Back to the list then, an idea to celebrate through art the region's shepherd huts. Artists will be encouraged to paint them, write about them, sing about them, keep them alive. The owner of this one says huts are heritage.
They've got such character, and they've got history that goes with them, that goes back, you know, many hundreds of years now. So we're all hankering after the past.
2 more to go then. Hopscotch, an idea to create a virtual interactive game of hopscotch across the East. And finally, a community film celebrating Landguard Point and the famous fort on the Suffolk coast. 5 big ideas then, but are they up your artistic alley? In October, 5 will become 1. Sean Peel, BBC Look East.
Well, a panel of 6 judges has created the shortlist and they will decide which idea gets the cash. One of them is Anthony Roberts, Director of Colchester Arts Centre, and he joins me now. Obviously, we didn't have time to detail each idea, but some people might think this is a strange and even wasteful way to spend £500,000 of taxpayers' money.
Well, I think it's about a response to the Olympics, and the Olympics is such a huge and such an international event. It's like inviting the entire world into our country, and sport and arts, I mean, I think they're too cleanly separated sometimes. There's such beauty in sport and such aesthetic. If you think about people running, it's not all about the competition of someone who comes first. I mean, it is for them, I'm sure, but it's so beautiful. And so I think there's a division.
But it's difficult to see the link between something like shepherd huts and London 2012, isn't it? I mean, why these ideas? What is the legacy going to be from these ideas?
Well, I think that if you've got an international community arriving into our capital, the arts community would like to welcome them and to do it in the most inventive and creative way possible. These little shepherd huts that are dotted all over the countryside, they will be the vehicles for people's imaginations to run as the runners run around the track, if you like.
Well, good luck with your decision. Anthony Roberts, thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, how about this for a turn-up for the books? There's an Australian cricketer helping England in their bid to regain the Ashes.
Steven Crook plays for Northamptonshire. He's the lead singer in a band, and he's written a song called Time for Heroes. That song has now been adopted by the England players. Let's find out more from Tom Williams at the county ground. Hello, Tom.
Hello, yes, I'm next to Stephen with his band here, Juliet the Sun, just tuning up because hopefully they're going to give us a little snippet of the song that's getting the likes of Freddie Flintoff revved up to take on the Aussies in the Ashes. A pleasant evening here at the county ground. Has been a disastrous day for Northamptonshire. They were bowled out for just 90 runs in their second innings as they lost their county championship match against Kent. Just away from the cricket for a while onto football, fans often remark that they'd fancy a crack at commentary. Well, BBC Radio Cambridge's Edwin Overland's been doing it for the best part of 30 years. He covers Peterborough United, who are in the Championship this season, and Jonathan Park spent the day with him.
As a football commentator, you need to know the game inside out, have a good eye for detail, and be as enthusiastic as they come.
Picked up by the keeper, McHale's. Oh, McLean straight back into the arms of the keeper.
Mind you, a reliable car helps too. Edwin reckons he'll clock up over 7,000 miles covering Posh this season and spend nearly 6 days at the wheel. But at least he gets a good reception when he arrives.
You know, you're very well treated and very well looked after, respected, shake of the hands when you go in, sometimes a meal, sometimes a Cornish pasty, whatever it is. You're always welcome, and it's nice to go to new places, but equally I've enjoyed it when I've been to Hartlepool maybe on a Tuesday night, middle of January, freezing cold, but you still enjoy it all and you take it all in the job.
Edwin's season for BBC Radio Cambridgeshire got up and running at Pride Park last week, where Posh were playing Derby.
As ready now as we'll ever be, I think.
But 4 minutes into the match, chaos at the back for Posh. No panic there in the commentary
And
box.
there's a diving header at the far post, and Derby get the breakthrough.
8 minutes left, 1-0 Derby, George Boyd penalty, it's 1-1. Oh, and he hit the bar there, and now it's forced over the line, and Derby have restored their lead.
A 2-1 defeat for Posh, but no time to dwell on the result. It's now down to the tunnel to speak to Posh manager Darren Ferguson.
It's easier if you win. I'm like the fans, I'm like the players. There's nothing like success, but, you know, I'll be like the players, and I have to pick myself up for the next game.
So despite being local radio's second longest serving commentator, Edwin still finds defeats hard to take. The day he doesn't will probably be the day he puts the microphone down for good. Jonathan Park, BBC Look East.
Don't forget all the goals from all the games on the Football League show on BBC One at 11:20 tomorrow. That's repeated on the red button. You can also see the goals online, and for live coverage, tune into your local BBC radio station. So into this song, Time for Heroes, that's motivating England's cricketers. Let's meet the Northants all-rounder and lead singer, Steven Crook. So what's an Aussie helping out the Poms for?
Yeah, it just happened by coincidence, really. We wrote the song back in the last year, and it sort of really snowballed into something pretty positive.
What have the England players been saying to you?
Oh, you know, I've forwarded it on to Monty and Jimmy, and it seems to, you know, I've taken pretty well, so they're really sort of behind it.
Do you get much time for your music as a professional cricketer?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of downtime in professional cricket, so, you know, we get a bit of time, and I put my passion into music, so. And, you know, with Time for Heroes coming out on 5th of October, it's really exciting times.
Happy to play us out with a bit?
Not a problem, mate.
OK, just as Stephen gets prepared, just time to tell you that Northants are in action on 2020 Finals Day tomorrow at Edgbaston. They're taking on Sussex in the semi-finals, and the very best of luck to 2 local triathletes, Will Clark and Holly Avell, who are competing in the World Championships in London this weekend. Right then, this is Juliet the Sun, Time for Heroes.
Good, I like that a lot, yes.
That first call gave me a bit of a jump.